Hello, I am Devashish Chakravarti. Let us look at the term takeover. Takeover in business parlance refers to the acquisition of shares of one company by an acquiring company or bidder. Typically, the shares are acquired by the bidder either by talks with the management or the board of the acquired company or by direct purchase of the shares in the open market. Depending on how the takeover occurs, it might go under various names like a friendly takeover, a hostile takeover, a reverse takeover, a backflip takeover, etc. In the first place, let us look at why a takeover happens. What are the advantages and disadvantages of a takeover? The advantages would lie in the domain of simple business logic. The very first advantage could be increase in the gross sales or market share. The taking over company or the bidder, by acquiring the takeover company while bidding for its target, seeks to increase the gross sales in the marketplace or its share in the target market. Example, Procter & Gamble taking over of Gillette. Secondly, the company could be looking to expand into new markets where it does not exist earlier. Example, Dabur taking over Fem, which is into skincare products. Thirdly, it could be to achieve economies of scale or scope. The combined size of the new company would give it economies in purchase or in distribution. Fourthly, it could be to acquire a strategic asset which the company has and otherwise cannot be, would take a longer time for the takeover company to build. Fifthly, it could be to spread its risk wider or to get access to a particular technological or financial resource that the target company has. What are the negatives of a takeover? From the company perspective, there is a huge risk that the takeover bid will not achieve its objective. Why would it not achieve its objective? One, because of differing management styles or different cultures in the company. Secondly, there might be hidden pitfalls or hidden liabilities that were not seen at the time of takeover. Thirdly, there could be new legal provisions that would go against such takeovers. Fourthly, from a society's perspective, as consolidation happens and companies take over each other, what typically happens is that the marketplace, instead of being perfectly competitive and thus favoring the consumer, starts becoming like an oligopoly and starts favoring the companies. Let us look at the different kinds of takeover. If the bidding company cooperates with the management of the target company and seeks permission from the board, and the board feels that being taken over best serves the interests of the shareholders and the board gives it approval, then it would be known as a friendly takeover. The bidding company prefers a friendly takeover because in this case the board cooperates and the management cooperates in revealing all the processes, the business functions and the financial statements and the internal workings of the target company. In the second case, the board does not favor the takeover. In that case, this is known as a hostile takeover. The bidding company adopts a few measures to take over the company despite the misgivings of the management. Basically, what it's trying to do is trying to replace the management, and the management does not want to be replaced. So the bidding company reaches out directly to the shareholders. It could reach out by giving a higher price than the market price. could reach out by making an open offer, or it could reach out by creeping acquisition. That is, getting together enough shareholders who will then vote out the present management and will be amenable to bringing in the new company as the new management, essentially converting it into a friendly takeover. In a hostile takeover, it's slightly more difficult to raise funds because many of the risks of the takeover are hidden since the management is not cooperating. If you go out to raise funds for a hostile takeover, the banks are less likely to give you the funds because of the increased risk. Third is a reverse takeover. When a larger private company takes over a smaller publicly listed company, why would it do so? To get a backdoor entry into listing. There's a huge amount of time and money spent into becoming a public limited company. So private limited company would simply take on a public limited company and show itself as a target and the public limited company as the acquirer. These are the various kinds of takeover that are possible. How is a takeover paid by? Takeover might be paid over by the company's own funds, which is rare. Secondly, it could be paid by raising debt. This is called a leveraged buyout. You put in some of the equity upfront, say about 20%, and raise the rest in debt of 80% and transfer the debt onto the acquired company. Third is you issue shares of your own company. So what happens? The shareholders of the target company now receive shares of the bidding company. Thus, the shareholding transfers, but they retain the management of the target company. Fourth is you issue debt to the same shareholders. Instead of giving them cash, you give them instruments of debt, which means that the payout is deferred. This helps them in better taxation.